Hi. Hello. Hey, hey. Beautiful people. Hello. Just make this 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Oops. Continue. Yeah, okay, so I don't know if anyone's going to jump on this, but if not, I know that I'm not talking to nobody because I'm going to put this up onto my YouTube, ultimately, and on there. This is actually really important information for people that are into urine therapy, and it's a download that I see today on this. That's something that actually, I've never heard anyone explain why what I'm about to tell you is true. So, just never heard it. And I go around Facebook a lot. I'm on the urine therapy groups. I just never heard this information and explained. And by the way, I'm not making friends with videos like this. I'm not going for popularity with videos like this because this is information that will upset. Maybe people disagree with me, but it's the truth nonetheless. So this might upset people. I definitely don't do what I do for validation. This live is apparently proof. I just speak the truth, and I know the truth now, so I want to make a video on this truth and the topic above. That boiling and warming urine, yeah, it reduces potency and unstructures the holy waters. And it is common for enemas especially, for people to do warmed up fresh urine enemas, and warmed up aged urine enemas too, before they put up the bum. And I know the reasoning behind it, because they say the colon, it needs warmth and then accepts it more easily, which is kind of true, but kind of not. The point is, it reduces potency of the medicine when you warm up something that is structured, right? And let me go round in circles, and maybe it's probably going to be a proper long one, because I need to explain to you why I've come to this idea and theory. And it's not a theory, it's me connecting the dots, which I've already done with urine being uber super structured water. Fresh urine structured, everyone knew that, but it didn't seem like everyone knew that aged urine, the power of aged urine, comes from uber super structured water. And I'll connect the dots with my own experiences. So the theory, which I've nailed, the main mechanism of aged urine is uber super structured water. It's all about structured water. That's why aged urine is one of the most powerful, potent free medicines you've ever got available to you. Why does this, when you massage this stuff, it's really powerful. It's super structured water. And also, why it fucks up just like the video's getting fucked up right now, heat fucks up the water. Yes, Pierre, same with food, huh? Yeah, you can tie it with food. Oh, it ties in with fruits too, because fruits are structured water. Fruits and vegetables, structured water. So when you heat, like go for an apple pie, heat up the fruits and the vegetables, what are you doing? Maybe other benefits. Maybe. Open-minded. Apparently get certain vitamins, but you're fucking up the water. Anyway, okay, so, structured water. And, oh, by the way, it's my own experiences too with structured water and heating up. Was I thought I was structuring it with red light therapy that made me to this conclusion too, and how it reduces potency. So, fresh urine is structured water. What does that mean? It means it's negatively charged. It means it's like a weak magnet. Very good though, it's a magnet. It's a weak magnet, but it's a good magnet. It's better than no magnet, tap water, normal water. So it pulls out toxins, attracts everything positive, pushes them out. A stronger fruit water's a weak magnet too. Structured water. Rainwater's a weak magnet. Very good though. Very good magnet. Pulls out the body. Distilled water from a machine. It's a weak magnet. Unless you structure it. How? God, I could talk forever. I'm trying to keep on point, Harry. Keep on fucking point, mate. You got magnets, and you red light in your God, this is what I do because of this is such important information for people that are into that are warming up and boiling their pee. Now, I'm not judging people on doing it. I just want them to be aware. It's less. Are we doing less effective things? And people are going, I want warm pee up my bum. I can't have cold urine, Or even there's people also in the aged urine community, right, that I think of things to say that are kind of linked in my crazy brain. And we have one of the things. It's okay to warm up with the sun, huh? The sun on the urine, the sun on the distilled water, the sun on the fruits, and makes them more stronger and more structured. Makes the aged urine. Sun is a heat or a good warm heat. That's fine. That's fine. A good warm heat. What I'm saying is artificial fake heat. Like, I don't know, boiling the water. That's what I mean. Boiling the urine. These bizarre practices are bizarre to me because but now I know they're reducing the another super annoying. Yeah, another reason why people say that when they warm up the fresh or aged urine, it goes in the bum, stays in the bum more easily, is because of the fact it reduces potency. It's not because of the fact it feels nice and the body's temperature's warm and it's the same temperature as the body. Not even that, even if you did that. It's because it's reducing potency. Obviously, the longer you boil it, the more you reduce the potency. Basically this. Let's simplify it. Structured water, aged urine is super structured. We heat something up with boiling it, warming it up, putting it in a kettle, warming it up, putting it in a pot, putting it under fire, warming it up. You are unstructuring something. The same way that EMFs unstructure your own blood, your own urine. EMFs do that too. You know, that's why we're unhealthy. EMFs are such a toxic thing to have around, and we've got millions more than... We have to do so much for our health now because we're bombarded by billions of things that unstructure our water, called EMFs. We're in a living toxic soup. Right now, this EMF thing's unstructuring my blood. But it doesn't really matter because I'm in a healthy place, and my structuring protocols of aged urine and dry fasting, grounding, and sunlight are more powerful than this attempt to unstructure my being. And it is unstructuring my being, but it's just I'm higher vibration. I'm using high vibration tools to structure myself, keeping on point with the dry fasting and majorly structure your blood. Your blood is your water, your blood is your urine, huh? Going all over the place. But yes. Anyway, it unstructures when you boil or warm, and that is not what you want. Because listen, what happens to urine, fresh urine that's structured, it comes out straight away. When it ages, after a few days, it starts getting more, every day, becoming more structured. That's why I call that aged urine being super structured. It's its main mechanism of action. It's the fourth phase of water. Aged urine is the fourth phase of water. There's 4 phases, right? Teach myself here. Remind myself. Solid, liquid, gas. The fourth phase is between solid and liquid. The fourth phase of water is called a liquid crystal. That's exactly what aged urine is. Aged urine is a liquid crystal, a fourth phase of water. Proof of that? When you rub it on your skin, you ever done aged urine massage, you will see little crystals on your skin. It soaks in. You'll see the fucking liquid crystal. Also, it feels really viscous and sticky. The older the urine gets, the more sticky it gets. It becomes more viscous because it's a liquid crystal. That state between a liquid and a solid. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Oh, another thing. When icebergs melt, what are they making? Fourth phase of water. Solid. So liquid, but it's still a bit solid, isn't it? Because it's just melted off the solid iceberg. So it's fourth state of water. Oh, another thing. Ice lollies. They're not as unhealthy as you think. Yeah, they're full of crap. But I mean, it's a fourth state of water. Ice melts in your mouth, lolly. There's some water in that. Amongst the crap, there's some fourth state of water going on there. So don't be too hard on your children if they have an ice lolly. There's worse things to eat on kids. Coming up to summertime now. Than, well, with the coronavirus, maybe not. But there's worse things to eat than ice lollies. Anyway, the point is, 4 states of water, liquid gas, liquid solid gas, and liquid crystal is aged urine. And the power of aged urine comes from each day it becomes more structured, more liquid crystal, more liquid crystalline. And what undoes that, and the whole point of me talking about this right now, is what undoes that beautiful natural aging process, which you don't have to do anything. You put it in a vessel, plastic, glass, preferably glass, but do what you can. You open the lid, you close the lid, it still ages anyway. Opens the lid faster. It ages faster when you open it, true, but it'll still age as long as you contain it in a vessel. If you put it out in sunlight quicker, if you don't, it still ages. It's amazing. Amazing stuff. But what slows that process down and reduces the efficacy and power of aged urine, and there's a reason why I'm making this video, is why do you want to reduce the power of something? In the urine therapy community, we talk about aging the urine faster. We talk about ways so we can age urine faster. So put it under magnets, talk to it nicely, leave it outside in the sunlight. Tensor rings, buy tensor rings and put strungite in it, make it go quicker. And in it, whether you put it, some people boil it, by the way, and put it in the skin because they don't like the cold. I get that. if it's not been solarized and it's not warm outside, this is cold. So you're putting something cold on your skin when it's kind of like you're naked and it's cold. It doesn't feel nice. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't always feel nice to put something cold. The benefits are amazing. That's why I do it. But I mean, the smell as well is another issue. But the actual process of putting this cold thing in your skin, like say first thing in the morning when it's cold outside and you've got the window open because you want sunlight, it's kind of hard. It's hard going. But that's why people warm it up. They'll put it in a kettle or boil it or something, get close to boiling point, and put that nice warm. In that, you're taking away the efficacy of some really powerful medicine, which you don't want to do. And that's the point. You're taking away, and I've just not heard nobody. In fact, the Shivambu Kalpa, which is an ancient text, one of the most famous texts, apart from the Buddha, also recommended aged urine. But apart from that, there's the fresh urine, the Shivambu Kalpa, which I love, and it exaggerates for in beautiful effect the benefits of fresh urine, and it says in there you should boil the urine, and that's where people have got the idea of boiling urine from too, of boiling it. But this is actually, to the truth, if you want to make the most really bad advice, you could do it, and it won't kill you, and it will still be powerful, but just not as powerful. Why are we doing things that are not as powerful? That's my jam. We're doing things that are most powerful. We want to age urine faster. We don't want to slow down the medicine. Yeah, and what you're doing by boiling your fresh or aged urine or putting it in a pan is you're fucking up the medicine. You're unstructuring something. Now listen, here's the good news. If you do have accidentally or into the boiling shit thing, understand that urine therapy, aged urine, structures itself when left alone and not heated up. It will structure itself back up again. So, you're here, Harry's just told me it's bad. I boiled it up a second ago. You leave it out for a couple of days, it will get back to its original efficacy of power, and it will carry on amplifying. So even if you fuck it up a little bit by boiling it, and you don't, right, you leave it and let it age itself. You'll just be behind a little bit if you hadn't boiled it, obviously. So yes, that was the entire point of me making this video. I know it's gone a bit wishy-washy. I don't want to make it too long either, go all over the place. But to understand that I've actually nailed the aged urine thesis of why it's the most powerful, and also now nailed, which I just never heard anyone talk about, or maybe someone that's kind of small has made it as a passing comment on Facebook that no one's going to see. Hopefully a lot of people will see this, because I see a lot of people in the urine therapy community that do, even high-powered people that I respect and love, that I might have to directly message about this information, are hopefully watching this. Or maybe they'll watch it and like, I don't care about the FCC, but if you do care about the power, you need to understand what I'm saying here. And I know some people that I respect do boil it and age it and up the bum, because they told me as such and tried to get me to do it. I'm like, no, I'll stick with my cold urine, and I'm glad I did. It's always room temperature, and I'll add on quickly before I go that a lot of people from the Dr. Morse crowd end up, and there's nothing wrong with this, they end up refrigerating the urine. Now that's another issue. When you refrigerate here's a good for that. Refrigerate the urine, you put it in a freezer and fridge. A lot of people do that. That's okay. That doesn't do any harm. That preserves the structure and might even speed it up. I might need to experiment with that, but it might even speed it up. Because like I said, there's 4 phases of water. Solid, liquid, gas. The 4th phase is liquid crystalline. Anything in liquid crystalline, not just aged urine. But obviously aged urine is a very special phase. It's got liquid crystals in it. It's between, aged urine is between a solid and a liquid, right? And so when you put it in the fridge, you kind of solidify it a bit. It doesn't do any harm. It might even speed up the aging process. I don't know. I just made myself think on this live video spontaneously that I need to start experimenting with speeding up. What speeds it up? Maybe putting it in the fridge speeds it up. But just for now, know 100% that refrigerating your urine, half the people that do that anymore, that doesn't do any damage. I used to laugh a little bit because I thought, oh, you're just listening to Dr. Morse and he's told you to refrigerate the urine, and even though he's against it. I mean, that's where they come from. Most people refrigerate the urine, they feel they need to, or they just think it's backroads and stuff. I'm not going to laugh at that anymore, people that refrigerate the urine. That's fair play. That's not going to damage it. That might even speed it up. But I will laugh now at people that are telling me they're boiling and warming up their urine because it feels nice in their bowels. Because guess what? That's undoing the hard work of the medicine. It's going there to age and to fucking become more powerful, and you're undoing that medicine. So don't do that. And I want to discourage, and it's also this information that has come to me today is kind of a few days ago. I'm just getting out today. Is going to be my 3rd book for the trilogy. I mean, the 3rd book I'm going to make fucking epic. I'm also going to write a few more. I don't think I'm done with aged urine at all, since it's such a popular thing, and it's not even for the Facebook community. There's so many people doing aged urine that we don't even know about, guys. Trust me. There's a lot of people doing it that aren't on Facebook. Not even our friends. Don't even use Facebook. Aged urine too. Not even fresh urine. Aged urine. There's so many now. It's a massive awakening of Shivambu, fresh and aged both. It's crazy. So it's important. Alright, yes. Yeah, is the word I got like that. Yep, sun's fine. That's the only thing. Sun, solarization, warmth, beautiful. Because it's structuring it. Aged urine gets structured with the sun, more structured. But boiling it, putting it in a kettle, and putting it on a pan and warming it up, even gently, is unstructuring it and don't do that. That's my recommendation. People can do what they want. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm here to pass on and relay the information of what I know 100%. Oh, and whilst I'm doing that, and I thought I was going to end it, I haven't even shared with you my actual experience of how I know this information to be true. Based on, if you go back, I've explained why the science, the Jared Pollock, the fourth phase of liquid crystalline, and heating up stops it becoming liquid crystalline. It becomes more liquid, right? Aged urine, fourth phase of water, is liquid crystalline. It's in between. Hear this. It's in between liquid and a solid. Right? It's in the middle. But when you heat something up, you're putting it back into a state of liquid. It was liquid crystal in between liquid and solid, aged urine. As it goes older, it moves towards, it becomes more viscous. Have you guys ever noticed that with aged urine? Here's an observation you might notice. Fresh urine feels very soft. When you put it down your throat, you put it on your skin. It feels very soft and smooth. But the aged urine, when you put that on your skin, whether it be 5 days old, 2 weeks old, and the older it gets, the more you'll feel, when you put it on your skin, you'll feel it's very sticky and viscous. What's going on there is becoming a liquid crystal. It's moving away from liquid and moving to more solid. It's moving in that fourth phase of water. Do you hear me? You got your liquids, you've got your solids. And the fourth phase is moving from liquid to more solid, more like an iceberg. Not quite, but that's why it's sticky. Aged urine is sticky when you put it on your skin and viscous. That's a good sign, right? And when you warm it up, you're sending it, unstructuring it, you're sending it back to liquid phase. You don't want that. It becomes the liquid then. That's not the fourth phase. That loses its power. Okay, so how I know this from my own experience, that's just the theories. This is just theory, Harry. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, so I'll relay my experiences. Now, I have a red light machine, which I haven't been using lately because I'm obsessing over other things. This is my backup when it rains, right? My red light therapy. Red light therapy is really powerful, by the way. It's a sunrise and sunset sun. It's a brilliant thing. I recommend it for a lot of things. Anyway, so kind of recently, for a good few weeks and months, I thought I was speeding up the aging process of urine by putting it under the red light therapy. And that makes sense because this mimics the sun, and it mimics the sunrise sunset sun. Red light therapy is sunrise sunset sun. You don't need red light therapy, guys, if you get out sunrise sunset, by the way. It's just a supplement, nice little supplement. Or if you can't because it's raining, whatever. Anyway, I thought I was speeding up the aging process because I knew this, and particularly the sunrise sunset sun really does structure anything, whether that be distilled water, it structures or any waters you drink. Structures the waters inside your fucking brain, blood. Your blood is your water, bro. So it structures that too. And the aged urine, it speeds it up. So I thought, okay, I'll put it under the red light machine. So I'd put it kind of like right next to it. There's the aged urine, there's the thing. Right? Now this gives off heat. A lot of heat. How do I know? When I put it on my body, put it on my testicles too. It gets really hot. And your testicles don't be hot. Anyway, it gets really hot, this machine. This is what fake shit does. It's good, but one point is it gets hot. Now, when I used to put it under the machine for a long time, even half an hour, the aged urine, and do the massaging with it, I noticed something. Instead of it being viscous, like it used to be, sticky, fourth phase of water, really powerful. If aged urine is viscous and sticky, check, very powerful. Now, when I put it under that for half an hour, or 2 hours, whatever, it started to become less sticky and more liquidy. Which I just said earlier, pushes it back into a liquid, boring phase, and unstructures it. I didn't connect the dots at the time. And this was even at the time when my aged urine therapy, this was at the time when my aged urine therapy article came out. And the people were doing this. So that would have been February 20th. But at that time, I thought in my head I was aging the urine faster with this. But at the same time I thought that, every time I used this non-sticky, liquidy aged urine, it wasn't sticky anymore. I looked at my face. I looked at it afterwards and I thought, it doesn't look right. It's not as powerful. I could tell consciously it wasn't as powerful as it used to be. But I didn't know what was going on. I didn't want to, and do you know what, guys? I didn't want to believe the results. Because it seemed like the aged urine had lost power now that I put it under the red light machine. And I was like, why is it doing that? This is red light therapy. This speeds it up. Now I know. Because this is hot. And I was putting that thing right next to a hot thing. And this is fake heat. Like boiling? It wasn't boiling, but it was warming it up. That's another point. It doesn't even need to boil to reduce efficacy. Just heating a little bit is even... Just heating up a little bit from this is really reducing it. Yeah, and I put it on my face, and my face wouldn't look as... Not that I don't do urine therapy for superficial looks, by the way, guys. But it's nice to look young in my face or wherever I put it on. And it wasn't. And at the time of the article, I remember the actual photos of me when it came out. My face wasn't glowing, and I was like, why isn't that? Now I know. Because I was using... Because the boiling, the heat, was destroying the quality of the aged urine. And it wasn't even boiling. It was just kind of warmth. And I remember feeling the bottles actually, and I was like, oh, the bottle's warm. Well, I took them away. It's like, okay. So warming really does fuck up aged urine. And warming really does fuck up fresh urine. And warming really does fuck up food. Like I said at the beginning. And warming heat really does fuck up. It's why cooked food's bullshit. I mean, I eat it, but I know it's bullshit. And that's why people like apple pies, you're reducing the efficacy of the medicine. If you're warming up fruits, drying's cool, but if you're warming up, heat kills, man. And one argument I think that's great, generally, for heat being bad, is that it unstructures water. Alright, peace.